Hello. Um, I want to get right into making another video, which tells you that Mo doesn't comb his hair, or he's not even showered. What the fuck does it matter? I've been inside my home for like 40 days straight in quarantine. Ain't nobody coming up to me and kissing me. No one's even 6 feet in front of me right now. I'm totally alone inside my house. I titled this YouTube right away. I get a viewer. Right away, I get a viewer. Okay. Right away, I got a viewer. And you know, I got a chat side. If I have one viewer say something, I said something. I said hi. I'm sick of every video I make. I have a viewer and they don't say nothing. If you don't want to say anything, then the big capital F and you don't say anything, don't like, don't subscribe, skip along to something else. If you don't like smoking, you don't like swearing, F you. And you don't like someone making fun of your religion, click it off right now. What's the subject matter today, Mo? I got one verse to read out of the Catholic book, and everything else will be in King James. Because all the additional Catholic books are not in the King James, so I have to go to a little additional book right here. It's got the Apocrypha and the Deuteronomical books. How come they're not in the King James? Must not be a perfect thing then. To my sister over there, I got a sister that I messaged her and said, you know, your cloud guy is an imaginary character. You know, your dead husband that's up there on top of the clouds is waiting for you on top of the clouds, and there's a magic cloud guy on top of the clouds that has your grandma and grandpa up there too on top of the clouds. And you believe that shit. You think it's really true that once you die, you're going to float up on top of the clouds and lollygag with your friends and have a good time with your magic cloud buddy up there who made it possible for you to go and float on top of a clouded city for the rest of your eternal, forever and ever, billions of years, trillions of years kind of shit that it's going to be forever up on top of the clouds kissing your God's ass. And I'm trying to tell you that your God really is imaginary. And then you stop harassing me about this, Mo. Don't do it anymore. I'm tired of you telling me that my God is fake and imaginary. You're being a meanie to me, Mo. Because you said that my God is fake and fucking imaginary. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're going to prove that your God really is real to me? Go ahead and do it. I got a live chat open right here. Tell me that your God is real, not imaginary. How about that? Should I play some intermission music? Someone texted me about something. That's good because it's being tomorrow. Someone wants to meet me at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon about my taxes. I got a tax lady who's got a specialty about that. I want some money. She's also helping me with my unemployment. I want some money. How come I didn't get my money? Because your God is imaginary, your God is fucking fake. I found me a comb. How about I fix up this fucked up hair of mine? What do you think about me now? Now, I do not endorse this book or this book. I do not endorse this book or that book. I'm an atheist. I use these books as a weapon against themselves. They're all evil and they're all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against these evil, despicable books. Wisdom 9:1. This is based on my MeWe account where this guy says you could believe in the imaginary. And the imaginary doesn't have to be proven because we can believe in the imaginary if we want to. We can believe in imaginary things if we want to. We have that right, you know what I mean. Wisdom, chapter 9, verse 1. God of my ancestors, merciful Lord, by your word, just by a word, what happened with just a word? By your word, you created everything. Everything happened instantaneously. By your word, you created everything. No, because the Genesis 1 deals with 6 days. By your word, you created everything. He created the universe all at once by word. By your word, you created everything. Wisdom 9:1. By your word, you created everything. Psalm 33, verse 6. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made. Word, just a word, blah. Heavens were made. 33:6 of Psalms. And all the host of them, the entire universe, by one word. No, impossible. He said a word, all the universe, everything was made by a word. Blah. I did it right now. Happened instantaneously. All the universe is created by one blah word. But I believe in the imaginary. The imaginary is a real thing. (33:6) of Psalms. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. Everything's made. Everything's made now. Everything was made just in one verse of 33:6 of Psalms. Who's my one viewer? My one viewer comment. Say something. My one viewer is not saying nothing or not in the chat. He must be an imaginary guy because he didn't talk to me. Hey, imaginary guy, who's a viewer of my YouTube video right now, what are you going to say for yourself to prove your existence? Yeah, it's just like your God who doesn't comment on my chat reply. Just like your God who's not even going to the chat reply. Now I got 2 viewers and not a chat reply. Hi, second viewer, whoever you are. And I got a 0 like. Where's the increase of subscribers? I intend to tear religion apart. I got a photographic mind, photographic memory that I could simultaneously tear apart your fucking religion fucking now, right now. It's so easy to tear apart your religion because it's got tens of thousands of contradictions and thousands of absurdities and inconsistencies. That's like a big, giant, long comic book, which I say it is a comic book because let me recap what I went through earlier. What makes your Bible, God, a fucking comic book? Wisdom 9, verse 1. God of my ancestors, merciful Lord, by your word, was all the universe, everything was created. By your word, you created everything. Wisdom 9:1. I lost the second viewer and there's still 1 viewer. What are you doing? If you're going to stay silent, I'd rather you not view. Go on. You don't want to say nothing to me. I got to say, are you going to show me where your God really is real? Your God really is real. Is he? Tell me right there in the chat reply about how your God really is real. And we should not adore and praise the imaginary kind of things. 2:1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. 2:1. Okay, let's go to 131. 131. And God saw everything they made, and behold, it was very good. In the evening, in the morning, there was the 6th day. But in another fucking story, it says everything was created all at once just by a word. But now it took 6 days, and he has to do nothing on the 7th day. And on the 7th day, he says, thus the heavens and earth were finished, all the hosts of them. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made. How come it said he did everything all at once? 33:6 Psalms. Wisdom 9:1 of Wisdom says he did everything by a word and by a voice. A breath did it. A breath, everything's made. A word, everything's made. But then Genesis 1:31 says it took him 6 days. Then Genesis 2:1 says, I'm going to take a fucking long break, do nothing for a whole single day, and I'm going to rest. But Wisdom 9:1 and 33:6 of Psalm says he didn't work at all. It was only a word and a breath. Prove me wrong. Genesis 1 verse 3. And God said with one word, God said, let there be light. And there was light. But there's a big major contradiction later on in the chapter where it actually wasn't the first day. It was like the fourth day or something like that. I'll get that in another video. Why don't you tell me all the Genesis contradictions? The first 2 chapters have dozens of contradictions. That's why I'm not going to get into it now, because it's going to take a lot of energy and mouth power going on. There's still a mysterious one viewer. Why don't you say something? We'll give you an intermission break to think about something to say. My friend who runs the Daily Atheist, he's got great music on his shit. That's not it. What the fuck? That's one of the things. My music, I don't want you fucking talking shit. Damn, still, like, what the fuck? I love his music, come on. Still ain't getting on. There's some music. Now, I already told you that the word, just a word, and just a breath only created the universe instantaneously now. Wisdom 9:1, Psalm 33:6. One viewer and no chat comments. I got a new friend on YouTube. His name is Chris Mallard. He runs the Daily Atheist, and I'm using his music as an intermission break. And I might have got a text message from someone. Yeah, it's okay. Nothing going on there. Your God is fake and imaginary. Prove me wrong. You got to believe in the events, invisible things. You believe in invisible things. Proverbs 3, verse 19. $3.19. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth. Now it's wisdom. What, just by his brain power? Wisdom. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Now I created everything. The Lord by wisdom created everything on the earth. That's a big contradiction about it's a breath or a word. Now it's wisdom that created the earth. Proverbs 3:19. Exodus 19:18. And 19. Not there yet. There's too many picture pages in this Bible. 19. Not there yet. 19:18. 19:18. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in a fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. Your Lord was on fire. Smoke and fire descended upon this Lord that appeared on a mountain. Hey, did that create your whole world and universe? According to the Bible, it did. Hebrews 11, verse 3. Hey, it's a New Testament. Hebrews 11, verse 3. Not there, not there, not there. 11, verse 3. Through faith. Now it's through faith. First it was a word, then it's a breath, then it's a wisdom. Now it's through faith. I just feel that it really did happen. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he attained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of this gifts, and by it being dead ye speaketh. And John 1:3. All things were made by him, and without was not anything that was made by him. And if there's nothing made by him, then there's nothing made by him, and that means that nothing's been made by him. That was John 1:3. Are you going to dump your religion?